just a simple needle drop.
Is a big one. This box right here just arrived. This is the last piece, or one of the last pieces to my puzzle of my PS Audio journey in my world. So I've received the PS Audio Power Plant 3 straight from Boulder, Colorado. Been waiting for about a month. I ordered it from our good friends Quebec Acoustic here in Montreal, in Blainville, Quebec, Canada. But I do want to have a shout out because I did visit our friends in Canada Excellence in Markham, Ontario this past week, which I bought some other units from PS Audio. But here we go with the unboxing of the PS Audio. As I unbox this, I will definitely do a second stitch to this video to go over some of the components. So again, just to go over some of the pieces that I've accumulated part of my journey. I have the PS Audio Stellar Gold preamp with the PS Audio M700 Monoblocks. My recent PS Audio FR12 subwoofer. And this is the Power Plant 3. Some people consider this snake oil. Some people don't see the value. After doing a lot of research, talking to a lot of people at the Montreal Audio Show, and basically, trusting Paul McGowan and people in the community in the forums, we'll see if this actually improves acoustically the sound of my system. But I do feel that if it does or not, and we will see, and that's going to be very subjective. I'm not sure how to do an objective test of it at this point. Just to have it regulate the power properly is going to be something I'm looking into. So it's either this or the AudioQuest series of products, but I've bitten the PS Audio bug at this moment, and so I will continue the journey right now. By the numbers, it has 300 voltage continuous output. That's plenty of source for my components, with a peak load of 1000 VAs for about 30 seconds. So again, we'll go over the technical pieces. So what's in the box? Nice heavy duty power cable. Interesting enough, I was not expecting this. A PS Audio remote control, which unfortunately is a different color than what came with my preamplifier, and that's a bit of a, it is what it is. It's a first world problem, that's for sure. Put this on the side. As I always do appreciate the thank you letter from PS Audio, thanking you for the purchase, and some nice information. And as usual, I don't know if you can see it, but Paul's digital signature is on the box, and the owner's manuals. What I find interesting of PS Audio compared to Rega, Marantz, and other ones, these are basically what I would call something that I would produce. Nothing wrong with the quality and so forth, but they look very, let's just say, not super polished, but nice color, nice output, and so forth. And I will definitely take a read on this. Again, my trusty iFix tool to open the box, and here she is. So I'm just gonna pop her off. Now, I started my journey by building my hi-fi stack with black, and recently I've moved to a couple of silver pieces and chrome pieces, and we'll explain why that is later on. So again, here's the Power Plant 3. Nicely, it's a very hefty box. And as you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outlets, and 2 of them are for high current or regenerated. So I will have to see if I want to plug in my M700s here, but for sure my Evasolo A8, my Hugo TT2 will go here from Chrome. For sure, the preamplifier, maybe my CD ET3 will go here. So I will have to do a little bit of exploration where this needs to go. Again, I do always appreciate the branding that is all over PS Audio, just not generic plastic pieces and so forth. Nice taping of the box. And, oh, it is heavy. I will say that much. All right, it is a heavy piece. Let me just kind of go up here so you guys can see it a little bit better. And again, I'm just gonna go to the gym today. So here we go. So I'm definitely gonna put this into my pieces. Now I did buy another pair of ISO pucks, my ISO acoustics, because I do believe in that, both for the vibrating of the floor into the units, but also I feel that they look nice at the same time. So again, I'm just going to take my camera here and just going to flip off the phone to show you guys what we're going to be doing here. So let me see here. So again, I will be putting it someplace into this stack. And like I said, I'll give you guys an update in a few minutes. Thanks for watching. So, we did the unboxing, so this is the continuation of the video of the PS Audio Power Plant P3. So let's get into it. So the box itself, already you can feel the weight. The thing ships about 39 pounds, 17.8 kilograms. That's reassuring. The serious hardware in here. PS Audio packs this really well. Custom foam insert unit wrapped in a stuffed bag. Inside you got the PP3 itself, the power cable, remote, and manual. First impression, the build is exactly what you expect from PS Audio Stereo line. Clean silver face plates, middle and front panels. The PS Audio logo LED glows blue when it's running. 3 indicator LED across the front. Output multi-wave and clean wave. I will explain that later on. Clean, simple, purposeful. Exactly what I expected from it. A big differential to, let's say, an Ever Solo 8, which is super modern in its graphical display capabilities. So basically, why did I buy the power conditioner and why the Power Plant 3 specifically? Here's the thing people don't talk about enough: the quality of the AC power coming out of your wall directly affects the quality of the music coming out of your speakers, full stop. So this is basically from my understanding to listening to many videos from Paul McGowan, Reddit forums, a lot of Facebook community posts, and a lot of researching and using my special AI assistant, if you saw my previous video in the past. Again, some people could consider it snake eyes. At the end of the day, we're converting energy analog into digital signatures, and I felt that from the research I did, from talking to the folks at the audio show in Montreal, that this was my next proper upgrade. It was either this or one of the Audio Quest versions of these type of boxes. So at the end of the day, your power from your wall is noisy. I've got hash and garbage writing on it, so meaning that if you have bad conditioning, bad electricity, it can have an impact. Now I do live here in Laval, Quebec, where we have Hydro-Quebec, which is one of the premier electrical utility bills. I'm not too worried about it specifically, but you know, it's one of those things that it's hard to measure. All that gets into your preamp, your DAC, your phono stage, and models the signal according to the specialists that promote these products. What makes a power plant different from a regular power bar or even a filter strip is this: it doesn't just filter your incoming power, it regenerates it completely from scratch. It takes dirty AC from the wall, converts it to the DC internally. Again, I'm quoting the manual and marketing material, so please take that as some grain of salt. And then synthesize a brand new perfect sine wave to feed your components, so it's consistent electrical output into your components. That's fundamentally different approach, and that's why I chose this over a passive conditioner. So for example, I was using the ISO Triplite 8 outlet in the past, about 150 bucks, just to do some testing and so forth, and also to feel better that I have some good power capability coming out of the outlets. Now let me show you where this is my chain. The Power Plant 3 is going to be to power my source components, starting with the PS Audio Stellar Gold preamplifier, my Macintosh MHA200 headphone amp, my Evosolo DAMP A8, my Sine ET3, the Planner Rega 3 and Phono MM, and my Chord Hugo TT2, which is my DAC. One thing I saw that I didn't consider is that the Rega PSU and my Rega Phono have an adapter, which I'll insert into the video afterwards, that can't fit all the outlets into the box, so I had to make a decision. So I'm keeping the photo stage into the Stellar Gold power plant PP3, while the PSU stays on a separate dedicated external outlet. So out of the 6 components, all sensitive source level gear. Now you might be asking, what about the M700 monoblock? Good question. The M700 stays on the wall. This, I wasn't too sure when I started this journey. I thought it would be plugged into the power PP3. Maybe that's different with the higher end power plants, but for the P3, that's what the manual states, that's what the forums state. My little trusty AI system really warned me about this. The PP3 at 300 volts VAs isn't designed for power amps. High current amps go directly to the wall, always. That's according to the information I've learned online. If somebody wants to give me another option on this or a discussion, please put that in the comments. That's a hard rule, and it's the right call according to all the literature I read. The power plant handles everything else. Now let's talk what this thing actually does by the numbers. 300 VA continuous output, that's plenty of source components. Peak load goes up to 1000. VA for 30 seconds, great for headroom. Voltage regulator is under 0.1%. That's exceptional. If you know anything about voltage and outputs, I do not know as much. I am learning. So again, I'm taking a lot of this from the marketing material and the research I've done into this review. It means that the voltage your components see stay rock solid regardless of what else is on the grid, stay constant. Output THD, that's total harmonic distortion of the power, under 0.3% clean. Operating impedance less than 0.008 ohms. That's basically 0, which means your components see a stiff, effortless power supply at all times. Surge protection, 60,000 amps peak current, 6,000 volt max surge voltage. It's a tank. I mean, it feels like a tank. It looks like a tank. At least I never bought anything this level of a price to protect my electronics. So it's a tank to me. Efficient at full load over 85%, so it's not wasting a ton of energy doing all its work. Now, I will show you the video afterwards. I will insert it here, but we'll flip this around and look at the rear panel, because this is where you get the magic actually happens. You got 6 total AC outlets on the back. 4 of them are fully regenerated, pure synthesized AC. That's where my Preamp DAC, streamer, and phono stage are plugged in. Then you got 2 high current outlets, position 5 and 6 on both sides. These can be switched between regenerated and filtered high current mode. There's a bypass switch on the back for exactly that. If you got a component that needs more current than the regenerator can provide, you can flip the switch and you get filtered but not regenerated power. Over on the left, you've got the master power switch, the IC inlet for your wall, good solid cable came in the box, and the fuse socket. And there's a circuit breaker reset button. A safety net built in. The whole layout is thoughtful. PS Audio got this right, but again, they've been doing this for many years. And again, my reference is very minimal, so take it again for the grain of salt. 2 more features I want to highlight, and these are highlights that you will find on most conditioners. Multi-wave, when you activate this via the remote, the PP3 modifies the peak of the sine wave it generates. It extends the charge time at the peak, which effectively lowers ripples in your component's power supplies. Think of it as virtually increasing the capacitance of every power supply plugged into it. A lot of people hear the difference with multi-wave on. I will do some testing afterwards. I'm going to do, like I said, I'll do the comparison session and report back to you regarding the green wave and those options. But again, typically I like to spend a lot of time listening individually at these components before I record and give my judgment. I don't feel that I could give a comparison A-B within a couple of hours of plugging these devices. So clean wave is the other option. It injects higher frequency signals into the sine wave. It degauzes, I love the word degauss, the magnets in your connected components. I'll run it between different albums of tracks, and I'll give you guys a comparison when I do have a chance. So that's PS Audio Stellar Gold Power Plant 3, unboxed, explained, and plugged into the chain. The first upgrade in my sequencing was always power conditioning, and I'm very excited to hear what this does to the rest of the system. I'll have the full follow-up before and after impression once it has time to settle in. If you have questions, drop the comments below, and if you're on the fence about power conditioners, I hope this helps you understand what it does to a point. Again, I'm Bill, the Accidental Audiophile. If you like the content I provide, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to improve every time. There were some comments in the past to improve my audio, so again, I've hopefully updated my game a little bit here to not have the issue I had with the PS Audio preamp unboxing. I'm thinking of redoing that video, to be quite honest. And like I said, I appreciate all your support, and we'll give you guys more information as I learn more about the P3. All right, all the best.
Ils font baisser les miens, un rire qui sous sa bouche. Voilà les portraits, ça retouche tout le monde auquel j'appartiens. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose.
Sitting here in the listening chair, this is really, I start to understand whether something is happening or whether I just want something to be happening, the placebo effect. And that matters with a product like the Power Plant P3 from PS Audio, because this is not the kind of upgrade that punches you in the face in the first 5 seconds. It's the kind of an upgrade that reveals itself a little more slowly. The more I sit here, the more I feel like the presentation is opening up. Not brighter, not artificially bigger, just more open, more relaxed, and more confident. Confidence is a good word. And with the Curse by Agnes Obel, that really stands out. It really stands out to me in the atmosphere of her voice. There's a sense of space and darkness behind the performance that feels a little easier to hear into the now. Her voice seems to float with a bit more stability, and the edges of the sound feel cleaner without sounding sharp. That is the key for me. Cleaner but not clinical. I found sometimes with my Focal Thiva 2s that they could get a little bit bright sometimes, depending on the song, and they do get fatiguing, which is the only thing about the Focal Thiva 2s that I haven't been able to tame at this point. Then with the Pink Panther theme by Henry Mancini, I'm noticing the separation more. The instruments feel like they have a bit more breathing room. It's easier to follow the individual lines. Each instrument is a little bit more open in its space, and the whole track feels a little bit more organized in space. Almost like the system is doing a better job of keeping each player in their own lane. And that helps the swing of the track feel more natural. It feels less congested, less smeared. And then when I move to my favorite things by Agnes Obel, what hits the most is a sense of ease. The track can sound beautiful, but it can also tell you very quickly if assistants give you detail in a forced way. Here it feels more natural, more connected. I'm hearing texture and layering. I am not having to work for it, meaning actively listen for that. And that's usually a very good sign. But honestly, the track that gave me the biggest emotional reaction right now is La Vie en Rose. And I want to be careful here because still my initial reaction. I'm not giving you the final verdict yet. I need more time, more sessions, more nights in this chair. But right now on La Vie en Rose, the system sounds more open, more clear, and the vocals aren't to raise the hair on my arms. That's the moment where I stop thinking about the product and start thinking about the performance. And for me, that's when the audio gets really interesting, because if a power product is doing something meaningful, it should not just make you notice hi-fi things. It should make you feel a little close to the music. And that's where I am right now. It's not my final conclusion, but definitely at this point where I think something important may be happening. And now I keep on listening long enough to find out where that feeling holds up. This is where I reach out for the remote control and I put the volume louder and louder and louder because I'm immersed within the song. So again, I hope you do enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe. I am trying to get these videos a little bit better produced, and hopefully folks liked it. Thank you.
Just a simple needle drop, a rabbit hole I couldn't stop. Now a quest for perfect tone, for the greatest sound I've ever known. It's sound over the specs you see, an accidental audiophile, that's me!